This one just came up in the feed. This one's by SeannyBoy. Do we owe Alex Jones an apology?
By entities.
But I didn't just read that in the CIA document.
And yeah, I got to say, you kind of look the part.
Well, I had begun to research Skull and Bones. Skull and Bones at Yale. Bohemian Grove is where they all get together.
And the beginning of the cremation of care ceremony.
Yep.
First off, I wanted to draw your attention to the...
In July of 2000, Alex Jones snuck into Bohemian Grove, a private retreat in Monte Rio, California, and he filmed what's known as the cremation.
Did you know about this, Ashtray? You know that, Ashtray, do you know the origin story of Alex Jones? Do you know the origin story? It's actually really crazy. This is how he got his start. There was a conspiracy theory that a bunch of people were going into the woods and they were doing freaky little pagan rituals in the woods, and he caught it.
Of care ceremony.
Suddenly, all around the owl,
this is true.
began.
This is all true. He found this. And this is him. He snuck in with a camera, and this is like old school, right? This is like before really tiny hidden cameras and stuff like that. He snuck in there with a camera and he recorded it.
9/11, which was pursued here, has lost its power under these friendly trees.
The footage, which showed powerful political and business figures gathered before this massive, 40-foot owl statue in a theatrical ritual that most Americans have never even heard of. And at the time, the response wasn't this serious debate, it was ridicule.
Yep.
See, for years, Alex Jones became synonymous with chaos, the loud conspiracy guy, the meme machine, the gay frog soundbite, chaotic but hilarious rants in general. But here's the question I want to investigate. Not whether he was right about everything, because he wasn't, but whether we were too quick to dismiss the conversation entirely. This is a small investigation into whether the cultural reaction to Alex Jones blinded us to the structural issues he was shouting about from the rooftops for decades. So before the memes, before the lawsuits, before the deplatforming, Alex Jones's central thesis was always pretty consistent. Concentrated and centralized powers operating behind closed doors distorts democracy. That's the underpin to everything else. He talked about elite networking circles, expanding government surveillance, institutional insulation from accountability. Say that 5 times fast. Now, tone matters, okay? Because yes, his delivery was intense and emotional and chaotic and over the top and pretty theatrical.
Give it all to me. Come on.
I mean, to be real though, if you're Alex Jones and you're presented with all of these truths about the world and nobody believes you, can you really blame him? I feel like I would go crazy too. I feel like I would be I would be freaking out like this too. If I saw this shit with my own eyes and I knew for a fact it was true, and nobody fucking believed me.
I really like Alex Jones. He's a really good guy. He's a little bit funny guy. Move, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way. Move, bitch. Get out the way.
So that made him very easy to be a caricature and ultimately to be dismissed, at least to the mainstream's eyes. But if you strip away those theatrics, what were the underlying topics? Let's look at a few of them one by one. Let's go back to the Bohemian Grove.
Yep.
So Bohemian Grove was founded in 1878. Its memberships has included U.S. presidents like Richard Nixon, Ronald Reagan, major CEOs, cabinet members, and policy advisors. It is real. It is private. And it hosts off-the-record gatherings of influential figures. Now, mind you, Bohemian Grove is closed to the public 365 days. Off-the-record gatherings of influential figures. Now, mind you, Bohemian Grove is closed to the public 365 days. Cabinet members and policy advisors. It is real. It is private. Cabinet members and policy advisors. It is real. It is private. and it hosts off-the-record gatherings of influential figures. Now, mind you, Bohemian Grove is closed to the public 365 days a year until the end of time, basically. But Jones's footage didn't prove global domination necessarily. It proved access, which infers a global domination network, but at the very least, it's kind of like that George Carlin saying, he said it's like a giant club and we weren't invited. That's what the Bohemian Grove is. A secret society behind closed doors that kind of pulls the strings of the world while we are the puppets. Then there's the Bilderberg Group. Founded in 1954, it's an annual invitation-only conference bringing together roughly 120 to 150 political leaders, central bankers, corporate execs, and media figures from Europe and North America. And there could be more from other parts of the world, like Asia or something, but I don't know that personally, and I can't say that definitively. But attendees include people like US presidents and presidential candidates, NATO officials, tech CEOs, and central bank governors. And meetings operate under the Chatham House rule, so discussions can be referenced, but participants cannot be quoted directly. So there's no verified evidence that Bilderberg secretly runs the world. But again, we can infer or even speculate that as to what these powerful people would be talking about. The existence of a private forum where powerful people meet off record isn't fiction. For years, when Jones talked about these gatherings, their reaction was just mocking him. It was mockery. Today, mainstream outlets openly report on attendee lists. That's a shift. Proof that the topic wasn't imaginary. People thought Alex Jones was just making this stuff
And
up.
before Jekyll Island, dude, for
Now,
real.
in the early 2000s, Jones repeatedly warned that the post-9/11
I heard a lot of the Jekyll Island group had shit to do with feminism too, like the old school feminism stuff. I was hearing that from Rachel Wilson, which I still need to read her book.
legislation would permanently expand federal surveillance power. In 2001, the Patriot Act was passed. And even though I was like a young teenager, I thought the Patriot Act was a good thing. They made it sound like they would be protecting us, right? And then in 2013, Edward Snowden leaked classified NSA documents revealing programs like PRISM, which collects data from major tech companies, bulk telephone metadata collection under Section 215, upstream internet traffic monitoring. So the government defended these programs as counterterrorism tools.
Was revealed.
The best way to understand PRISM, because there's been a little bit of controversy, is to first talk about what PRISM isn't. Much of the debate in the US has been about metadata. They've said it's just metadata, and they're talking about a specific legal authority called Section 215 of the Patriot Act. That allows sort of warrantless wiretapping, mass surveillance of the entire country's sort of phone records, things like that.
Civil liberty advocates, which Alex Jones is, argued they represented unprecedented domestic surveillance.
I didn't say you were bad. The engineer telling me this wasn't bad 5 years ago. How do you know they did that? Well, we track everything you do and build psychological algorithms and sell the data. Information Week, off TiVo's press release, chip in the body to watch TV. I'm sick of it.
It's like dude is like so mad because he keeps telling everybody and nobody believes him.
Again, this does not mean that every warning Jones issued
Yeah, they
was
brag
accurate,
about doing it. Yeah, exactly.
but suspicion of surveillance expansion was not pure delusion. He was right all along, and he was over the target all these years. The infrastructure for mass data collection existed, and it was real. Then came Jeffrey Epstein. In 2008, he secured a controversial plea deal in Florida that granted federal immunity to potential co-conspirators.
Yeah, so this is the first time that Jeffrey Epstein got caught. He actually got caught in it was in Florida. It was in Palm Beach, I think, is where he got caught.
And that deal later became the subject of a lot of national scrutiny.
Yeah, and by the way, if you didn't know this, Donald Trump was actually helping the police in this case. He was one of the only people that actually spoke out.
In 2019, he was arrested on federal sex trafficking charges. Flight logs and court documents revealed
There's a documentary on this entire case on Netflix.
Associations with, again, financiers, academics, politicians from multiple administrations,
Sorry,
and
I don't know if it's still there. This was years ago.
international royalty. Kind of sounds like Bohemian Grove. Kind of sounds like the Bilderberg group, right? That's
Secret
not
societies.
an internet rumor anymore. That's court record.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this doesn't prove a unified global cabal. That's for you guys to argue in the comments. But I do see a pattern emerging. And it does demonstrate that wealth and influence can create powerful insulation. Basically, money and position buy you immunity. For years, when Jones talked about elite protection networks, most people just dismissed the entire premise outright without even hearing him out. Alex is just being Alex. He's a nutcase, so on and so forth.
And this is where we...
That's all it is, man. That's all it is.
The entire premise outright without even hearing him out. Alex is just being Alex. He's a nutcase, so on and so forth.
And this is where we get tested. So rejoice to God Almighty. You know what? I will go to hell before I sit here and I watch this country and the world turned over to these savages. I'm done. I'm pissed, and I'm not putting up with it anymore.
Honestly though, chat, you gotta respect that shit. You gotta respect that this guy has been trying his best to like tell everybody and give everyone the heads up on all of this shit happening, no matter what they threw at him. Like they fucking tried to destroy his reputation, tried to destroy his business. They tried to do everything they could possibly do to this guy. Yeah.
Or you Satanists want to sacrifice the West. You want to kill the beautiful goddess.
But after Epstein, the public conversation changed dramatically. Suddenly, questioning elite accountability wasn't fringe, it was front page news. And now, this part matters. Alex Jones made claims about Sandy Hook that the courts determined were false and defamatory. He was ordered to pay significant damages, and he has apologized and said that he was wrong about the whole thing. I think that's very important to address. He's promoted theories about staged events and global plots that lacked verifiable evidence. That can't be ignored either. A serious reassessment requires separating documented structural concerns from unsupported extrapolations, you could say.
Mm-hmm.
If you blend the two together, the credibility of the whole argument kind of collapses. Maybe at some point, concrete facts will come out to exonerate Alex in some of these cases or support his claims. But right now, I haven't found any yet. Also, a funny side note, the gay frogs meme, that thing was real. All right,
It
it's
was.
an
It
herbicide,
was totally
a powerful
real.
herbicide, and powerful estrogenic chemical that can turn frogs from
Thank
male
you.
to female. So they're not literally
I'm doing
gay,
good. How
but
are you?
You know what I mean? And the chemical is atrazine. And atrazine, just real quick,
This was true,
exposure
actually. Yeah.
during the larval development can demasculize frogs, reduce male traits, smaller voice boxes and larynges, and lower testosterone levels. Hermaphroditism, which a male frog can have both.
So it's like it's kind of like a colorful way to say it, right? Like the actual thing itself is true. It's just the way it's true, like sort of. It would be like how do I explain it? It's like the exact thing is not true. The exact thing. Well, is it? It might be. But what he's trying to say is this effect, essentially. Whoa.
Frogs are turning gay. The bills control everything. Epstein is alive.
Oh my God, Chad. Oh my God, I love AI so much. It's unreal. Dude, AI is so good.
The frogs are turning gay. The bills control everything. Epstein is alive.
Ovaries and testes, in some cases, complete feminization or sex reversal. So male to female.
It's just
sorry. I just want
what I'm trying to say is he says things in a very colorful way, right? That's the best way to explain it. is it's very colorful. Colorful language.
Out there with Alex because sometimes it can be hard to separate fact from exaggeration and legit claims from extrapolations and speculations. But with the gay frogs thing, he was kind of on the money. Now, over the last 2 decades, trust in institutions has declined. Gallup polling has shown historically low confidence in Congress, major media institutions, and large corporations.
Yep.
And when institutional trust erodes, outsider voices gain traction. Jones's core argument that concentrated power operates with limited to no transparency and no accountability resonates more in a climate of skepticism. Because, like, distrust of institution is no longer this niche idea. It's mainstream. It's default. Distrust has become the de facto position toward institution.
Yep. I don't trust
here's
them
where
at
I
all.
land. We don't owe Alex Jones an apology for everything he said, in the sense that he was right about every single thing, but we do owe him an apology for dismissing every conversation he raised as just gibberish and insanity and ranting.
Well, I mean, like, put it this way, right? Like, the regular news gets shit wrong all the time. Like, the regular ass news gets shit wrong, like, constantly. So, hey, Cindy, thank you so much for the host, by the way, over on Kick. Thank you, Cindy. I really appreciate it. I hope you're doing well today. Yeah, the news media gets shit wrong all the time. So it's like, if Alex Jones gets one thing wrong, like everything else he says is wrong, that's ridiculous, right? They're barely correct currently. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They're more wrong than right nowadays.
Because I think that is insane.
And
because
also when you're like in Alex Jones's field and you're really working off of crumbs, like you're really trying to find the truth in these things, and it's so buried, and there's actively people trying to sabotage and hide it. Of course it's going to be a lot harder to find out what the truth is. You might stumble across, and you have to understand, like, these groups and stuff, they're laying landmines everywhere. They're leaving misdirection everywhere that they can to, like, throw people off of their trail. Right. So it's I mean, I just feel like he deserves, like, more of the benefit of the doubt,
Out of the structural issues he focused on.
Did you see Hillary Clinton getting asked about the Wiener laptop?
And institutional
I did
installation by the perverted peoples of the elite.
Is there a
And
video
I say
on that?
perverted because that is the PG way of describing these people. These things were not
Maybe
imaginary.
Asmon has something on it.
They were
I'll go look.
exaggerated at times. They were dramatized for effect with his theatrical approach to
The Skull
storytelling.
Skull and Bones Society.
But they weren't fabricated out of thin air. And when you ignore the signal just because the messenger is loud, you risk missing the substance. You're not just shooting the messenger, you're basically burning the messenger along with the message.
I got bad news for you, though. A large percentage of humanity is just susceptible to, like, the bullshit, the fucking sorcerers. A large percentage are just susceptible to it. There's nothing you can do about it.
That's the uncomfortable and unfortunate part. So maybe the real question isn't, was Alex Jones right about everything? Because he wasn't. That's objectively true. The question is, did we dismiss structural and societal concerns way too quickly because they were delivered by someone that was easy to mock? Now I want to hear from you in the comments. Is this a genuine cultural reassessment of one Alex Jones, the one and only, or just another cycle of controversy that kind of just repeats itself all the time with him? Because how we answer that question, I think it says more about us as a society than it does about Alex Jones. Let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
We gotta play the Alex Jones game.
And God bless.
I might play Expedition,
They have
though,
sexual rituals, some of the most ancient Egyptian rituals, where they believe they are possessed by entities, basically space aliens.
Yup. Let's see if Asmon has something on it. Maybe he's got a clip on the Clinton stuff. Oh, there it is. There it is.
So this is the highlights. The Hillary Clinton and
This is oh, sorry. Let me. Gosh, I keep going too fast. This video is by SeannyBoy. Let me link it to you guys. Check it out. Give the video a thumbs up and a like. A thumbs up, which is a like, and a comment and a sub. And then we'll go ahead and go over to the Roach King over here. We check out everybody was waiting for this, the Hillary Clinton stuff. I actually don't know anything about this. I haven't seen it at all. So let's see.
So this is the highlights, the Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton deposition crash outs.
When you saw photos of your husband in a hot tub laying on a beach and getting massaged by other women, and you knew that Jeffrey Epstein was involved in some of these trips and these things, did it
Man, she didn't like that, huh?
concern you at all?
I'm here not to offer my opinions. I'm here to answer specific questions to the best of my ability.
When you saw your husband in these photos with a young woman being massaged, what went through your mind?
I am not going to speculate.
After you learned that Jeffrey Epstein was convicted of sex crimes, did any of these photos of your husband with women being massaged on the beach, did it concern you?
I have no context for even answering that question.
He's your husband. Like, what do you mean you have no context?
Okay.
You're still married, Madam Secretary. Still married,
very
correct?
true.
Okay. Can you identify the man in these photos?
Let me
Just for the
guess.
record, you would like her to identify pictures of her spouse?
Who's this? This is my husband.
42nd President of the United States of America.
Is that
is
right?
my husband.
Okay,
Yes.
how about the location?
I have no knowledge of the location. I have no context for the location. I know nothing about the location.
Do you know the names of any of the young girls in those photos?
Oh,
Are you saying she should
shit.
be able to know who individuals
No, I think what I'm
No,
saying
if she should be able to, they're asking if it's a question.
is that
the photos are black?
what I'm saying is that in a normal relationship, you would probably ask the person that you're sleeping with who that person in the photo is.
Exactly.
You have said that you have never been to Mr. Epstein's island. Is that correct?
I am so tired of answering that question. If you have one scintilla of evidence to the contrary, put it forward. I have never been on his island, period. I've never been in his homes, his offices, because I never met the guy.
And your husband flew on Jeffrey Epstein's plane 17 to 26 times, correct?
He made several trips with different legs on the trip.
By this standard of behavior, multiple credible accusers, including Juanita Broderick, who alleged rape against your husband. Your husband was disbarred in Arkansas, lost his license, flew on Epstein's plane dozens of times, visited
Shit.
Epstein's island.
Oh, they're really getting her mad.
That is not true. That is absolutely untrue.
Which part's not true?
Well, there's documentation in the DOJ files. I'm not sure you're aware. Your attorneys have told
Look what happens when you catch the necromancer without their fucking zombies. The necromancer without the zombies.
you, but Jeffrey Epstein told one of the victims to lie to investigators, to lie that Bill Clinton was ever on Epstein Island. I can provide that.
Oh, how about, I didn't even hear about this. This is the first time I'm hearing about it.
Photos in swimming pools, hot tubs with unidentified young women.
It is so speculative. I mean, swimming in a pool, sitting in a hot tub. There are millions of people who do that without any improper behavior or certainly committing any crimes. So I
think most of the men are like your husband that did anything wrong? Why were they being surrounded by young women, giving them massages on Jeffrey's private estate or private plane? Are they all innocent then?
You know, you are
Oh, man. This is good.
making assumptions in your questions that have not been proven and I don't believe are provable. How can I answer questions about a person that I don't believe I ever even met, although maybe I was in the same room once?
Excuse me, can I interrupt?
I have
There
another-
are photos that are being released. If there are photos that are being released of the secretary as she is testifying, can you please explain how that
I'm
can
done
occur?
with this. If you guys are doing that, I am done. You can hold me in contempt from now until the cows come home.
Jesus Christ.
This is just typical behavior. Oh, for heaven's
So I
sake.
would like to understand how
She's
that's
so,
permissible.
dude.
It doesn't
Excuse
matter.
me.
We all are abiding by the same rules.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I'd like to have
I'm done.
Oh, my God. She's so mad.
Shit.
Trying to get at is some context for the public on whether you remember this photo.
Yeah.
So do you recall the details of this photo? Recall the photo being taken?
Oh my God.
He's happy. Look at his face.
He's. You think he had like all the good memories came into his head? He's like, oh yeah, I remember that. That was a good time.
Oh, my God.
Do you remember where it was taken? Where was it taken?
Man.
This picture was taken in Brunei. We flew one night on a trip to Asia.
He said we.
Well, my TEL team that was working, and Mr. Epstein was there, and Miss Maxwell, and he said, I want you to stay at this hotel, and I hope you'll use the pool. So I did, and then I got out and went to bed, exhausted. It's quite enlightening if you watch this.
Yes, it's noted.
It'll give you a different feel.
Jesus Christ.
Oh
I'm not
man.
joking. The lawyer literally had to snatch the album of photos away from him.
Oh my god.
I don't think there's anybody.
Holy shit, dude. Holy shit. He's like, can I keep a copy? This dude's like, good times. Can I keep a copy?
The hot tub.
Holy shit.
I hadn't forgotten that there was anybody in the hot tub, but it was big, but it was about.
The lawyer's like, please, man.
It appears this photo, there's a girl over here, or there's someone.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is.
He has no idea.
So you don't know.
May I have a 10-minute bathroom break? And can I take these photos with me? Oh my God. I need to review them.
Come on, man. Come
Jog
on,
up my
man.
memory.
Yeah, I forgot all about. I have no recollection of this. Yeah, I have no idea at all.
Had contact with an individual by the name of Shantae Davies. Did you ever receive a massage or have physical contact from her or anyone else on that trip?
You've seen the pictures. There was one time.
He knew exactly where she was trying to go with this. He remembers the massage specifically. He knows that there's the photo.
When I was sitting up and I got a back rub, a neck rub.
Did you ever visit Epstein's Little St. James Island?
No.
We have Virginia Guffrey, who has testified seeing you on the island with 2 young girls. Did this occur at all? Why do you think she would have made that claim?
Objection. Speculation.
Epstein said, you quote, like them young. Why would Epstein say that about you?
Are you asking his opinion?
First of all, that's not true.
What's not true?
That I have any interest in underage.
I didn't say underage, I said.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
I said young.
But it's still not true. I hate this, but because I don't believe I should inject anything.
Did you guys know about like the whole thing that happened, by the way? I actually had a report made on it. If I can find it. There was a very fun segment in it where he allegedly, he basically said that he didn't have sexual relations with the girl, with the woman, Monica Lewinsky, because she only sucked his dick, and that doesn't count.
Never, the president, never, this is 20-something years ago, never said anything to me to make me think he was involved in anything improper with regard to Epstein either. The only conversation I had with President Trump about this was in the early 2000s. And I have no information that he did anything wrong.
Man, fighting for a pardon? You know, again, like, dude.
Have you ever?
This is just really, that is fucking crazy. How old is this guy now? He's like 78, 79. Guy's almost 80 years old.
He doesn't give a fuck, man.
How about that? Yeah, it's 79. There it is. Asmon going down memory lane. Yeah, remember that?
Holy shit, man. That's crazy. Dude, like, does not care.
Called Epstein a bitch in Fortnite just last week. He's alive in the bunker. Listen to him speak. He ruined WoW. He nerfed the loot.